But someone who is improving is ARS Boostler, who has gone green in the first two sectors. 32.117, 28.078. The Red Bull looking to give him wings as Boostler gets an almighty boost into the top five. So he will be safely making his way into Q2, but there are a few names in there. Who's going to join Tim at Marduk out of the session? B-Roy will. Can El Taco Man survive? He can. Go seventh fastest here at this point. Meraki, last season's champion, now in the drop zone as well. Mr. Dale is also in the drop zone. Meraki out of the session as well. He'll be starting towards the back. He's on intermediate tyres as well. So joining Tim at Marduk, same ideas, same mentality. That guy Vince is out of the session as well. And Mr. Dale, 16th as he crosses the line, will not be persevering into Q2. Mitchie Hoyer, by the skin of his teeth, will indeed go through, along with Alex Gillen, Peya, JD Devil Noob, and Zafso, and GB68 in the top half of the bottom 10. And then at the very top, it's MSkyZ, once again flexing that one-lap pace down the Gilligan, and that proves to be the difference maker still here at the very end of the season.
Final race then, as they come through that final turn right now, very wide of the apex, you'd have to say there, and they know it as well. You can see the disappointment on their face, and as they come up towards the line then, it is an improvement, but not enough. It is 11th place for Mitchie Hoyer, and you have to say there, George, if not for those incidents that we saw on camera, then that could well have been a lap that would have displaced Tom 97.
It would have no doubtedly. He was purple in the first sector as well, so no doubt feeling a little worse for wear. JD Devil Noob making mistakes as well. We saw Tom 97 tapping the wall, and this time JD Devil Noob did exactly the same. Infratic now making his way out of the final hairpin as well out of turn 27. He'll be looking to muster his first time here in the session. Very late on, goes third fastest. Infratic now derailing potentially Tom 97, and that leaves JD Devil Noob. What about El Rey Guri as well, who's also looking to find something here in this late stage? JD Devil Noob now hurtling out. Personal improvements in the first sector, but an error in sector 2 was not an improvement here in this very lap. He will not improve from 14th, but El Rey Guri to knock out Tom 97 in this late stage. Here with green in the first two sectors, he's P4. Tom 97 out of qualifying. Pay is coming in the pits. Absolutely extraordinary, as now Zafso goes 12th fastest and pushes El Taco Man, Mitchie Hoyer, and JD Devil Noob down a place. But what a session. Wow, incredible lap from Infratic. Where did that 126.867 come from? Squeezes the throttle once again, heading out of the final corner, and will now beckon his way down towards the start-finish line. Will go fastest, no doubt, with a 127.709. Certainly won't be the fastest time we see today, but look at Alex Gillen right now. Purple in the first two sectors, so already negating GB's work here this time down.
Absolutely, yeah, and 27.7, I mean, it's quick, but it's I would say that we're going to see better time there. We've got Boostler going across, and immediately, yep, they bring that true. 27.5 for Boostler to go top of the timesheets for the moment. Then Rasin Chai goes even further with a 27.4. Let's see now with Alex Gillen, it's a 26.3. Crikey dingo, that is a whole second quicker than what we've seen for Rasin Chai there.
Well, absolutely mega lap there. 26.3 is one of the fastest times we've seen regardless. But MSkyZ hold the phone. Purple in the first sector with a 31.598. This could be a blistering lap here from MSkyZ, the Frenchman who has bidden to become the title holder here this campaign. Of course, he's got only one task, and that is to beat Rasin Chai. If he can make that happen right from the get-go here in qualifying, that could send a clear message. He's gone purple again in the second sector at 27 to what looks to be 796, and now needs a huge run heading out to the final hairpin at turn 27. Can he topple Alex Gillen with a mega time here at the Jeddah Corniche? He can with a 126.362. Papaya Singh here as the McLaren hits the front here in the shootout in Q3. Sensational, Dan. For the championship leader, fresh from victory at the sands of Bahrain, now looking to the sands of Jeddah to bring home yet another stellar result on what could be a start to bringing back-to-back pole positions in the Creator Series. No, only third fastest, cannot dispute MSkyZ at the front. 3 purple sectors between the top 3 in the timing tower, and MSkyZ, purple in the first sector, not quite though, improving enough in sector 2.
No, it looks as though they were a couple of seconds off, so they've had a big mistake somewhere. They've abandoned the lap, you can see here. And so even if they do come across the line, it's not going to be to improve their time, certainly not with how it is right now. They could maybe be attempting a second go here on the same set of tyres. Now, will they have enough ERS available to do that? No, they've decided to, at the last minute, take an unorthodox entry into the pit lane.
Yeah, a little bit of an unorthodox one. Alex Gillen, though, back out on track. Of course, does hold the fastest third sector time, so he'll be looking to try and bring in his absolute best at the very last moment. And if there's anyone who can do it, it's this man. It certainly is Alex Gillen, who has managed to prevail time and time again in the Creator Series in the past. And might I remind you, of course, his initial time was actually set much earlier in the session. I can tell you he's found 14 thousandths already in this first sector, so truly a brilliant start to Sector 1, as he now looks to try and find a little more in Sector 2, donning the colours of the AlphaTauri team that has now since witnessed a slight rebrand and also a fresh coat of paint, hailing more back to their Toro Rosso years, as we now see Alex Gillen making his way through Sector 2 now. Needs to try and extract at least something in these dire stages. Of course, coming through the course of this championship, missing the first 3 rounds, but then taking victory on his return, along with Tiamat Marduk. Both of them were actually away for the first 3 rounds, but both came back and took Ps 1 and 2 back at Monza at the Temple of Speed. And since then, 1 solitary podium to boot for Alex Gillen, but is now looking to come back, this time at Jeddah. And now what I will say is Noiguera has just taken the purple first sector, but can Gillen improve? He can't beat M-Skyz's time, but Noiguera might be able to. A 31.497 in the first sector is indeed purple. Now he's right at the tail end of the field. He's propping up the order, but he won't be for too much longer if he can muster in a true burner of a lap here in Sector 3. Goes fastest with a brilliant 126.303, 59 thousandths clear of M-Skyz, and at the very death, he has stolen pole in the final race here in the Creator Series. And it's pedal to the metal, and it is go, 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 go. Noiguera getting a good jump at M-Skyz with the pace on the soft tyres, able to try and bring the hammer down upon Noiguera as they make their way through the first chicane wheel to wheel. They will stay as they now pirouette out of turn 2 in towards turn 3. Sky's the limit though for M-Skyz. He leads here on the opening lap here at Jeddah. Michi Hoyer battling with JD Devilnoob further back as well, but it is Skyz at the front of the order, and El Rey Guri has joined him. It's Alfa Romeo Sauber 2 and 3.
As they came through, we've got yellow flags in Sector 2 as well. Oh, and that is Devilnoob, JD Devilnoob, facing the wrong way, and with not much of a front wheel left on that, front wing rather, left on that wagon. That being said, though, it looked pretty intact from there, so I wonder if they've had contact with someone else possibly. That's all stuff to consider later on. We might end up seeing another name with Pitt next to it. Might well be Michi Hoyer, in fact. They are some way off the back of B-Roy at this point in time. And I don't remember them being that far back. And Michi Hoyer's retired from the session. So let's see. Oh, he's done it in Lance Stroll corner. We've had a Lance Stroll moment, and Michi Hoyer, I must say, gets into the series with lots more legitimacy than Lance Stroll got into his. But it does mean now that we've got a virtual safety car because of almost identical incidents there.
Green flags here now as DRS has now been re-enabled here at this portion of the race. Lap 6 of 50, still at the front as we now see GB's gone. GB's gone as well. Well, I tell you what, one Aston Martin bailed yesterday. This time it's the turn of GB68 with his very own near enough Lance Stroll moment here, Dan.
This is also damage there on the front wing of Rasen Chai. He's missing an end plate on the right-hand side of that front wing.
Yeah, and what could that mean for the championship? Fabio now taking full opportunity of it and is going to go around the outside here. And bear in mind, Infratic also on medium tyres. So this is quite the move here for the Scuderia Ferrari, overtaking the championship leader coming here to Jeddah. El Rey Guri and Tom also coming nose to tail is now opening the door. In comes Tom now, looking for a move for that P4 place, and has indeed found it, but has certainly El Rey Guri trying to fight back here against Tom as they make contact, but still able to stay on track. Tom was so fortunate not to lose his car whatsoever.
Very, very fortunate indeed. The contact model can be unforgiving sometimes, as into the pits has come our championship leader, Rasen Chai, now all the way down to 18th in the field. field on a set of hard tyres as he hopes to go as deep into this race as he possibly can now.
Sky Z under threat because now Noiguera is starting to put in the pressure now, but Alex Gillen, where did that come from? Down the inside, just found the move, and he could yet take the lead of the race. Incredible now, lap 9 becomes 10, as now Gillen goes on the attack, 3 wide in towards turn 1. Noiguera, who hit pole position in Q3, a sensational Phoenix recovery out to the final hairpin to now lead the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in the Creator Series. Who is right in behind Noiguera, though, going for his pit stop here, and now looking to try and jump onto a new set of medium tyres. So it's 2 mediums now so far. No doubt, though, he's going to have to change his tyres for that latter stint, which I get the feeling could be softs. The P10 to Mr. Dale earlier on, who's now showing some really great pace. Here comes Noiguera down the inside now in the final hairpin. Wow, what a move from Noiguera, who has led a distinct portion of this race. Mr. Dale on the attack as now the AlphaTauri goes wheel to wheel with the Red Bull of that guy Vince. Enter as well there on the side. You can see that Noiguera, he was grandstand side. He now cuts through to the inside out of turn 2. Great chance here for the Sauber Alfa Romeo driver, who has sent 2 places in the space of 3 or 4 corners. Truly, absolutely, sensationally brilliant from the one, the only Noiguera, who is really coming to his own here at Jeddah. But Noiguera can, as he looks to the outside, the positioning on track that made him oh so successful earlier on, and he moves ahead of Infratic, taking the place back that he lost, and now 4th place going to him. Will now open up again for El Reguiri as the Spaniard now looks to go on the attack. Will he open the door in towards turn 1? He certainly will. And Sky Z coming into the pits for a change of tyres. It will be medium tyres to the end. He's not opting for the softs at this very end either. And keenly enough, Tom 97 has jumped him through the pit stop phase. So now this will go to the very end of the race as El Reguiri takes the absolute lead here and is on the one-stop strategy, which should bring him home. But now the battle for the title is on, and Rasin Chai needs to get moving, who has managed certainly a sensational race, probably his strongest of the season as well, but certainly as Faenza and Maranello come together side by side, it will be the AlphaTauri with the Tiger Line and will ascend heading through the fast right and left as they now circumnavigate this Saudi Arabian circuit. And Alex Gillen on the podium, but he's got a small matter of taking 4 lap-old soft tyres to the very end of this race. There's now a battle for the lead erupts again, and the Spanish god El Reguiri up to 1st place. Tom down to 2nd. Tom 97 ushering in the fastest lap. It is now all happening here on lap 36 as Infratic and that guy Vince come into the pits.
But it's not going to happen when they're not getting DRS. And down into turn 1, contact! Contact there between Noiguera and then Peria as well. That then is going to massively slow up the McLaren. It's going to essentially delete them from this fight for a brief period of time, if not permanently. And the question now then, does Noiguera have any damage as a result of that? There might be some very light damage. We didn't see anything come off the front wing there. But yeah, this is just absolutely brilliant racing. They're certainly on the cards. Whether or not they end up coming out or not is up to interpretation at this particular point in time. Big, enormous moment for Tom there. And oh, I tell you what, if he wasn't wearing brown trousers before, he will be now after a move like that through Lance Stroll corner. And as we start to go up and into the final corner, then he's going to have to just pace himself slightly, just get himself back into a nice rhythm. And he then needs to push on nice and hard and stay with El Reguiri. As it is, though, this is now starting to look more and more and more like it's going to become a DRS train between all these drivers. And that then could be something that manages to maintain the chances that, of course, we end up. Oh, it's a safety car! Safety car has been called! And that is because JD Devil Noob is all the way off there. And is that then damage? Is there a car out? No, it doesn't seem to be. And so I think, yes, that's just from them going all the way off into the distance. Now, have they done that in an effort to try and get out of someone's way and lost their front wing as a result? I don't know, but I'm sure that we'll be able to get something from and Rasin managed to get into the box there before we saw the change in terms of the going to safety car. I don't think that the race leaders did, so Rasin's essentially getting a free pit stop here. The ones in front may not get one. It's all suddenly a little bit of jeopardy at the end here, rather than anything else. El Rey then being a little bit naughty We don't want to see drivers getting alongside one another, as we see in the real world. You have to be single file. And, oh, well, look at that. Tom has decided to go. He has taken the fact that El Rey went for it way too early, had to slam on the brakes. At the same time he slammed on the brakes, he's then pulled away. It's then made El Rey very, very vulnerable indeed as we go down to turn number 1. M-Skyz in the background trying to make a move as well. Down on Meraki as well, having a look up the inside too. Tom 97 defending the position as well. And as we head on through, Rasinchai has been able to make up a position. They're up into P7, the championship leader. They're going to go side by side through these next few corners, and Nogueira forced out to one side. Rasinchai up to 7th place. That's another place that's going to be able to make their life a bit easier in terms of trying to keep their hands on this championship. One hand is already clasped firmly around it. The other needs to just wait another few laps here, George.
Yeah, Mr. Dale's out as well. A retirement as we put pedal to the metal for the second time in this Grand Prix. And certainly Rasinchai pulling no punches as he looks to try and jettison his way. And championship leader Rasinchai is in behind Tom 97 on the attack now of Alex Gillen as they go wheel to wheel, heading in towards the final corner on lap 46. And now Tom 97 putting on the squeeze against Alex Gillen as now they go half and half, side by side together through towards turn 1. We got El Rey Guri as well, hot on the heels of Tom. 3 wide heading into the first corner now through the first chicane. It's El Rey Guri who takes the lead away and holds on to it with Alex Gillen in second. Tom 97 and Tom, the two Alpines, coming together.
And it all just not coming together for them in the right way that they would have hoped for. Up the inside, though, goes Meraki. He has done the thing which, of course, the driver behind will have absolutely hated, but the driver 2 places behind will have loved. Rasinchai now sees themselves right on the back of their rival. M-Skyz is now just 1 place in front of them. That means that they are in absolutely no doubt the current championship leader and will be the championship leader come the end of this race if things were to stay as they are.
Here in the classification, Rasinchai with the best chance he's had all race of toppling down M-Skyz and bringing Skyfall here at Saudi Arabia. Wheel to wheel as DRS gets enabled contact between the top 2 as they now headed towards turn 1. Alex Gillen trying to defend against Tom 97. Rasinchai takes that 6th place away, and M-Skyz forced to wait in behind as Alex Gillen topples Tom 97 for that P2.
Continuing their scrap with one another, and look at this now, round the final turn, and El Rey Guri,
no!
Oh no, what's happened there? Oh, an enormous contact between all the drivers in that final turn, and that's then resulted in so much damage, front wing components being flown this way and that, as into the first corner, flying, not front wings, but instead, Tom 97 passed Alex Gillen on the final lap of the Grand Prix.
Absolutely dramatic scenes. Tom 97 taking full advantage. He now leads Alex Gillen as no Skyz. No, goodness me. El Rey Guri and Skyz. Remember, of course, these two came together. Skyz is out of the race. And it all came together between he and El Rey Guri. The history that these two drivers have. Unfortunately now, Skyz is out of the race. And Tom 97 here at this point is leading the way with Alex Gillen in second. Rasinchai with the title in his hands. All he has to do is bring it home.
But as it is, coming round the final turn now, up towards the line to win the race, will be Tom 97. But coming home in 5th place, it is Rasinchai, your Creator Series champion.
Tom 97, your winner. Meraki second. Tom in third. Alex Gillen fourth. Rasinchai fifth. In sixth, it's that guy Vince. Tim Marduk, what a drive. 7th place. GB68 in 8th. We got Zafso in 9th. Altaco Man 10th. Boosler in 11th. Infratic 12th. El Rey Guri after the crash. P13. Nogueira 14th. Peya 15th. M-Skyz binning it. DNFing, as did JD Devil Noob, a lap down. B. Roy, Mr. Dale and Mitchie Hoyer, the unfortunate retirement that we lost earlier on too. Unfortunately, some dismay that we have had through the course of this race.